this is very, very significant, particularly considering what was happening between the two countries last 1.5, 2 years. I think it's a great reset moment for Canada and India. With Prime Minister Trudeau, we never thought relationship is going to be normal, back to normal again. We thought it's in deep freeze for long. But with new leadership in Canada now, I think Prime Minister Mark Carney did the right thing by inviting one of the most respected and loved leader all over the world. I mean, India has shown tremendous geopolitical significance and respect all over the world. So his coming and accepting the invite of Mark Carney, I think it's a great step from both the countries. Mark Carney by inviting Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Modi by accepting the invite.
Talking about the trade relationship, since you are associated with the field, how do you look at the India-Canada relationship in terms of trade, and how do you like to take this thing forward with the new regime?
To be very honest with you, currently we feel that India-Canada bilateral trade is grossly underperforming. I mean, like when in 2015 Prime Minister Modi came to Canada, he made a very simple but very profound statement in his speech. He said, India has market, Canada has supply. That sums up everything of bilateral potential between the two countries. Canada is one of the richest countries when it comes to resources, minerals and whatnot. India needs that with the growing population. So I think this is a great relationship. Both are democracies, both are great countries. If positioned right and worked right, there is enormous, unlimited, untapped potential of trade between Canada and India. But just like any other business relationship, first and foremost requirement is mutual respect, trust and relationship. So we need to work on that. As long as both countries are willing to work together, work with a lot of trust between each other, trust like friends, trust like partners, I think both countries have tremendous potential together, and it will benefit people on both sides. I mean, we in Canada, we are a small country with only 40 million people. India, 1.4 billion people, one of the biggest economies, fastest growing economies in the world. I think it will only benefit us. It is in larger interest of Canada to have a great working relationship with India.
Talking about the potential sectors, according to you, going forward, if the relationship becomes better, what are the potential sectors, according to you, should both countries focus on?
Natural gas, agriculture, India with major thrust on Make in India. Canada, after whatever is happening with US tariffs and whatnot, is looking for alternate markets. I mean, there is no better market than India. So there are many sectors which have untapped potential between Canada and India.
Regarding Canada and India, there's always a mention of the foreign interference, which has been talked about. Do you think that the foreign interference has been misused in Canada?
I always say that foreign interference by certain fringe elements in Canada is being weaponized against Indo-Canadian community. So like to give you an example, like even during these current past elections, like a lot of good candidates were shot down by both parties just because, they speak for India and they are, I mean, we all are from India. So naturally we cannot cut our ties with India, right? But certain elements have been weaponizing this foreign interference issue. I mean, on a lighter note, there is foreign interference of India in Canada, but that is in the form of yoga, Ayurveda, all the good things Indians and India brings to Canada. And similarly, we are here, more than 100 nationalities people live in Canada, and they cannot cut their roots from their home countries. And they bring all the good things from their home countries into Canada. That is what makes Canada rich. That is what makes Canada diverse. That is what makes it a multicultural country where everybody aspires to. So we came here. I mean, we still feel Canada is one of the best places on the planet to raise your family, to live here. And foreign interference is grossly misused. And I think my humble request to leadership on both sides is this is a serious issue which needs to be addressed very seriously. This foreign interference is being grossly misused and weaponized by certain elements against people who wish well for Canada, who wish well for India. They want both countries to work together, realize the true potential. That is the only interference they want.
We're very, very excited that Prime Minister Modi is coming to Canada after so long. It's far overdue. We think it's a brand new chapter in Canada-India relations. He's coming to Alberta. Alberta is the fastest growing region in North America right now. So it has a lot of significance. You know, we know there's been a lot of history. It's been sensitive, but this is a brand new chapter. The story should be very positive. There's so much global trade and investment cross-pollination between Canada and India in many, many sectors, in finance and technology and AI and energy and ag tech. And, you know, India is the fourth largest economy in the world now, fastest growing. Canada offers a lot of opportunity for that. So we're very excited.
What kind of potential sectors, according to you, which both countries can work together? Because we know that in the past few years, the relation has not been that good. But now, how do you look at the relation getting a fresh lease of life? And also, what are the potential sectors, according to you?
Sure. I think the relationship is a brand new leaf now. We need to ignore the past, and I think we need to look ahead. And it will start from Modi to visiting us. So the potential sectors, there's many sectors. So as I mentioned, obviously the IT, high-tech sector is huge. Alberta and Calgary in particular are the fastest growing tech regions in North America right now. So we need AI engineers, software developers, machine learning, all kinds of agentic layers. The ag tech industry, agriculture is a massive area of growth for India. The aerospace industry is growing very rapidly. Obviously energy and the new energy, AI data centers is rapidly expanding. I'll tell you the film and movie production industry, the Bollywood industry, there's a huge potential here in Canada for that industry. So there's a number of different sectors that we can start to focus on.
We should start with cautious optimism because this is the Prime Minister's visit after 2015 or even before that, 15. So when Prime Minister Harper, that was the last time when Prime Minister Modi had come and he had met Prime Minister Harper. So we should be happy that this is happening and this is an ice-breaking moment in Indo-Canadian relations. But as they say, things go south in Canada very fast, and we should be cautiously optimistic. We should be very careful about our assessment of what is happening, what could happen, what could not happen. As of now, Prime Minister Carney has not given us any reasons not to be happy with him. If we look at his election campaign, that is the entire last 2 months, or even before that, you will not see Prime Minister Carney having any Khalisani photo anywhere. I mean, if you can find one, do share it with me, but I could not. So we have to give him credit where it's due. He stayed away from those elements. So as far as India is concerned, that's a good starting point. Even when he took over as the Prime Minister from Justin Trudeau, people forget this is his second term technically, right? Not the first term. This is the second term. So even in the first term, the moment Prime Minister Carney came in, the hostility levels between India and Canada significantly reduced. Now we have reports of intelligence sharing, but I had broken it way before. I was one of the few was saying that intelligence sharing has started, and it started from the Canadian side, not from the Indian side. And these things are welcome. So overall, it's all good. I would say it's all good, and we should be happy about it. But there is always a caveat. In Canada, the Khalistani influence over the body politic of Canada is significant, and they will try to put pressure on the Canadian political class. But as of now, we should be happy.
Going forward, regarding the relationship, we have seen a slump in the relationship because of the Khalistan, what they were trying to do. Your take, do you think it will move further and downplay the Khalistani angle in between the relationship of India and Canada, according to you?
Listen, I have never understood the Canadian love for Khalistan. I have never understood. It's not like they're gonna, if they're going to give, are they going to give a Khalistan in Canada? Then I understand. But the Canadian love for Khalistan has never been very clear for me. You go and talk to the average Canadian, they don't even know, right? They won't know. Now they just find the yellow flags irritating. That's what you will hear them saying, what are these yellow flags doing over here? They don't even understand it. They've only started getting educated since it got connected to immigration, and it was a mix of that. As of now, it's very hard to say where and what and how of Khalistan should we expect as far as the Canadian perspective is concerned? Because Canadians always say it's a free speech issue. Well, if it's a free speech issue, why were the Canadian truckers not given that freedom, right? Just day before yesterday or yesterday, you had people with Khalistan flags walking over the Parliament Hill in Ottawa. Now that would not be allowed to the Canadian trucker. If the Canadian truckers who were protesting would have tried that, they would have been thrown in jail, their bank accounts would have been frozen. So it's not a free speech issue. Let's be very clear. This is not a free speech issue. This is selective freedom. It is a mix of geopolitics, because they think it's a negotiating card on the table as far as the Americans are concerned, that we can negotiate a little bit with India. What they're negotiating, we don't know, but they think it is. And also it's a bit of, you have to look at it as the West looking at India as a soft state. As a small economy. And I think a lot of Western intelligentsia still carries that baggage. Because a lot of these people, just look at it, if you're a 65-year-old, you've had a long career of 35 years. In that career, most of the time you are not supposed to take India seriously. Now suddenly you have to take India seriously. So for that 65-year-old, old habits die hard. So these are the dinosaurs that are controlling the Canadian foreign policy here. Now the dinosaurs have to be told that this is a new India. It's the 4th largest economy in the world, soon to be the 3rd largest economy in the world. It's a military power. You cannot take it lightly, especially after Operation Sindoor and what India has achieved in Operation Sindoor. You have to take and it is the fastest growing economy in the world. Now what does Canada have? Canada has rare earth minerals, Canada has oil and natural gas. What does India want? These 3 things.
आई थिंक उनकी इस विजिट से भारत और कनाडा के बीच में जो एक ट्रेड की एक बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी मैं देख रहा हूँ, और दूसरा आई थिंक नॉट ओनली ट्रेड बट लोगों का टूरिज्म और कैनेडियन इकोनॉमी से बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो भारत में जा सकती हैं, जैसे एग्रीकल्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, पल्सेस हैं, मेटल्स हैं, ऑयल है, और हमारी भी जो कुछ कंपनियां हैं जो भारत में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहती हैं, नई नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी, तो ऐसी हम पॉजिटिव थिंग्स, अगर लीडरशिप दोनों रीसेट हो जाएं तो हम बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है।
कुछ मेरा होगा कि जिस तरीके से इंडिया और कनाडा के रिलेशनशिप रहे हैं, अभी आप कैसे देखते हैं, क्योंकि मार्क कार्नी का इन्विटेशन एक्सटेंड करना प्रधानमंत्री ने एक्सेप्ट किया और यहाँ कनाडा आने वाले हैं, कैसे देखते हैं रिलेशनशिप, क्योंकि कुछ सालों से काफी कोल्ड रहे थे रिलेशंस, अब आपको क्या उम्मीद है इन रिलेशनशिप से?
आई थिंक पूरे दुनिया में अभी इकोनॉमिक अनसर्टेनिटी है, और भारत जहाँ से बहुत सारे हमारे जैसे इमिग्रेंट्स आते हैं, कनाडा में हाउसेस कंस्ट्रक्शन में भी ज़रूरत है वर्कर्स की, और आई थिंक दोनों साइड से हमें बेनिफिट होगा अगर दोनों कंट्रीज आपस में इकोनॉमिक टाइज को स्ट्रांग करें और ट्रेड को डबल या ट्रिपल करने की गुंजाइश रखें, तो ये बढ़िया रहेगा।
I can't tell you how happy we are about Prime Minister Modi's visit, which was long overdue. I know there have been a couple of years of strained relationships, unfortunately, but all that is behind us, and we are looking forward to a fantastic re-energized partnership of India and Canada, because India has a lot of things to offer to Canada. Canada has definitely a lot of technology, other aspects that, defense, aerospace aspects that can be offered to India. There are a lot of Canadian businesses that want to do business with India. And of course, India is the biggest buyer of energy, which the province that we are here in currently is one of the biggest sources of energy globally. So we can't wait, and the excitement is palpable in the Indo-Canadian community, and we are looking forward to a very fruitful visit of the Honourable Prime Minister, and we thank the Canadian Prime Minister for being magnanimous in his approach, for taking this initiative and restarting the Indo-Canada relations.